What's up, my friends? It's Rob Bill, the Holistic Renegade here, and we're going to take a little movement snack. Whether you're taking this in the morning, midday, it's a power break, or in the evening before bed, using this to really target areas that you might under or overutilize from sitting at a desk, in front of a computer, or standing on your feet all day long. If anything feels too difficult for you here, then just take a version of that posture that feels right in your body and also drop in the comments. Let me know what it was and what it felt like so that I can help you out. That's why I'm here. We're going to start on hands and knees on our mat. Oh, and before we do that, you are going to want a little belt for today. So run and grab a clothing belt or a yoga belt or a towel even if you got that. And once we're on hands and knees here, we're going to point those toes back and sit our butt back towards those ankles. We'll bring those big toes together. So you'll slide those feet closer together. Taking your hands to unbunch any bunched up skin in the knees. Taking a big inhale here. And as you exhale, lay down over those thighs. Trying to zip the front ribs in, like you could pull them in towards your spine. This is called child's pose or balasana. Just gently stretching that floor apart between your knees. Feel those hips working. Creeping those fingertips out overhead while gluing the hips to your heels or as close to them as you can get. Feel that length in the shoulders. And grounding through the balls of the fingers. We're going to take a big inhale here, filling up the belly, the back of the ribs. Hold that in-breath, keep the neck, the throat relaxed, creep those fingertips longer. And then as we exhale, just relax everything in the body. Like you sink down towards the floor. Big inhale, stretching that mat apart, creeping those fingertips longer. Hold that in-breath for a moment. Imagine you could dome those arms just a little bit, getting depth in the shoulders here. Big long exhale. Relax and everything, trying to sink a little bit deeper. And one more time, big inhale, stretch that mat apart, creep those fingertips long. Hold that in-breath, dome the arms. Imagine I'm pressing your elbows together, press out into my hands, feel the stability in the shoulders. As you exhale, just let everything go. Then using the strength of those arms, pull yourself forward. And then exhale, making your way down to your belly here. Pointing those toes straight back, pressing into the tops of those feet. Gently, especially into those pinky toes. It's neutral in the hips. And again, trying to zip those front ribs in. It helps to make a metal singer or a dreaded cat vomit sound. Ha! To help us zip the front of those ribs in like we're going to lay on that heart. Hands are in a push-up position. And then we're going to reach that right arm out to a T. Pressing down through that right palm and just about the height of the eyeballs. And right away, if this one feels challenging for you, make it easier. Don't try and mimic what I'm doing. This is years of work. We're going to take a big in-breath here. And as we exhale, we're going to roll gently onto that right side just a little bit to feel a little stretch through that right arm, right side of the chest, right shoulder. Using that left hand for a little bit of support. You could even reach that left leg across the top of that right leg, planting the sole of that foot. Rolling further if you're up for it. I'm going to take 3 of those little release breaths here. Big inhale, press that right arm down. Hold that in-breath gently for a moment. Try to expand the left side of the rib cage. And big long exhale. Relaxing those muscles, wiggling into it. Figuring out how far you can go without pain. Discomfort? Yes. Pain? Not so good. Another big inhale, press down gently into the mat. Holding for a moment, really pulling that breath into the left side of the rib cage. And big exhale. This is called the open wing or the broken wing stretch. I like open wing because we're not breaking anything. Big in-breath, pressing down, expanding the left side of the ribs. Holding. And big out breath. Relaxing. We'll inhale to unwind back to center. And exhale, releasing down to that mat, back to the belly. Slowly, gently sliding that right arm back in underneath the shoulders like a push-up position. Pressing into the tops of those feet. And using those arms to pull that rib cage up away from the hips a little bit. Big inhale, taking a little cobra here, just pulling the shoulders back gently. And imagine you can slide the shoulder blades away from each other. And exhaling, releasing down to the mat. Sending that left arm out to the side to a T. Pressing down into that left palm. Taking a big inhale here. And exhale, gently rolling onto that left hand side just a little bit until you start to feel that stretch. How far you go is up to you. Once you're settled in there, maybe you're rolling deep into it. We'll take those activation breaths. Big inhale, pressing that left arm down. Holding that in breath. Expanding the right side of the ribs. Big long exhale. Relaxing those muscles, wiggling into it. Remember, discomfort, good. Pain, not good. Get out of it. Big inhale, activating, gently pressing down. Be gentle with that elbow. My belly's saying hello. Big exhale. Relaxing into it. One more release breath in this open wing. Big inhale. Holding, gently pressing down into the mat. And big exhale. Relaxing, wiggling into it. We'll inhale to unwind back to center. And exhale, sliding both hands in to that cobra position. Pressing down to the tops of the feet. Using the strength of those arms to pull that rib cage up away from the hips. Big inhale into that cobra. Rolling those shoulders back. Trying to slide the shoulder blades around each other. Or not around each other, around your back. Breathe it into the back of the rib cage here if you can. As we exhale, releasing down to the mat. Sitting that butt back into that child's pose again. Butt back towards the heels, stretching that mat apart between the knees. Zipping those front ribs in, creeping those fingertips out overhead, getting that length. Just notice how the arms, the shoulders feel now. And we're going to inhale, shifting our weight forward, coming towards hands and knees. And as we exhale, we're going to sweep that right leg through for a pigeon. So the right knees can come to the outside of that right wrist, sweeping that right ankle towards the left wrist without grabbing it with the hands. We're not stealing range of motion here. It's not what yoga is about. It's about earning what we take, taking what we earn. Pointing the left toes straight back, pressing to the top of that foot. And we're going to stay in an actual pigeon here, nice and upright. We're not putting this thing to rest into swan pose. And if this right foot's like way back underneath your groin, that's okay. If you feel pain in the knee, slide that leg back a little bit. See if we can find a version of this posture where there's no pain in any joints. Joints don't really go back, so we're gentle with them. Gently press into the top of that left foot, find that left glute. Press into that right shin. Imagine you can pull that right knee back gently into that right hip, find that right glute. Big inhales here. Chest lifted, torso lifted. And as we exhale, relaxing those legs, seeing if we can slide back a little bit. Now notice, am I sagging into my right hip? Am I sagging into my left? You'll see people doing this in yoga classes all the time, but not you. Because those things, like I said, joints, tendons, ligaments, they don't go back. So find alignment with those hips. They're pointing straight ahead. Big inhale, pressing down through those legs, long through that torso. Big exhale, maybe you can slide back another centimeter without sagging, like I was saying. Stretch that chest open. Imagine I'm pressing the elbows together, press out into my hands. Feel how that slides the shoulder blades away from each other. One more time here. Big inhale, press those legs down. Big exhale. Deepening into it. And then we're going to sit onto that right hip. And we're going to slide that right foot towards the left thigh towards the right foot, coming into what's called the Z-sit. This is called the deer pose in yoga. And they're going to slide that right knee out in front of the right hip. Left knee back a little bit, trying to get it next to the left hip. If you're not looking like this, if your legs are a lot more close together, that's okay. If you have to lean on that hand because it's really tight, do it. We're going to reach that left hand underneath that right hip, untuck that hip. We want that tailbone untucked, now slouching here. And trying to find a nice L in both knees. That right hand, like I said, can lean out to the right hand side. Kickstand, turn the fingertips back so that chest is open. Big inhales here, press down through both knees and both ankles, long through the spine. And as we exhale, try to tilt forward like you're reaching out beyond that left shin. Left fingertips can come out here. You can either stay here or you can come back out of it. Try to keep that spine lifted, no slouching. Big inhale, pressing down. Holding for a moment, big exhale, relaxing, seeing if we can get another inch into this. Letting go of all that contraction. One more time, big inhale, pressing down into the mat. Big exhale, relaxing, seeing if we can inch a little bit further into it. And then we're going to inhale, sitting right back up. Planting those hands, that right hand behind you, the left hand can come anywhere. We're going to exhale, sweeping that left leg out in front until we make the shape of a 4. Sole, that right foot's going to be against the inner edge of this left leg. Do not grab your right ankle with those hands and pull it in. Like I said, this is yoga. We're not stealing movement. It's not a competition. It's about taking what we earn here. And grab that belt or strap. Reach your hands back, untuck the flesh of your butt. So we're untucked in that pelvis. Get tall through that spine. Try to press that right thigh down. If it's not on the ground, which it's probably not, mine isn't, then take a little wedge, like a blanket or a towel, and put it underneath there so you have something to ground into. Don't try and show off. This is not for heroes. This is for warriors. And then we're going to try and work that left hip to get the left knee, the toes pointing straight up. We're going to take that belt and hook it underneath the ball, not the arch of that left foot. Notice that my toes are lifted here. I'm also not arching through that foot where the inner edge is higher than the outer edge. So I'm pressing through the inner edge to flatten that foot. Big inhale, press those legs down, get long through that torso. Big exhale, seeing if we can just rock forward that little bit. Don't pull yourself with those arms, just try and rock into it. Try and relax those muscles. Get long through that spine again. Maybe you have to sit up, maybe you're good where you're at. Big inhale, press those legs down. Spine lifted. And big exhale. Releasing into it a little bit more. Trying to relax those legs. Don't grab your foot unless you can keep that spine long here. And definitely don't pull on your foot to pull yourself deeper in here. Big inhale. Press those legs down long through that spine. Hold for a moment. Stretch the chest open. Break the elbow belt. Sliding those shoulder blades apart. Big exhale. Relaxing into it. And then we're going to inhale, sitting back up. Get rid of that strap. Set that pillow to the side. Exhale, planting those hands. We're going to roll over that right hip, making our way into tabletop. Hands and knees. We can sit back to that child's pose again. Stretching that mat apart. Zipping the belly. Long arms. And the inhale, shifting that weight forward through tabletop. We'll exhale, sweeping into a left side pigeon. Remember, left knee comes towards the outside of that left wrist. Left ankle towards that right hand. Do not grab that ankle and torque yourself into it. Look at the hips. Are they parallel with the front of the room? Parallel to the floor? Or are you sagging? No sagging. Your pigeon might be really high. It might not look sexy, but we want it to feel sexy. We want to do it right, not just trying to make it look good. So we're pressing down through the top of that right foot and into that left shin. Imagine you can pull that left knee back towards that left hip. You're going to feel left glute and right glute working. Torso lifted. Big inhale. Press down through those legs. Hold for a moment. Big exhale. Relax those legs. Maybe you can deepen into it. Sliding that right leg back. Like I said, without sagging into the right or the left hip. No pain in that left knee either. If you need to adjust it, do it. Big inhale. Press down. Torso lifted. Hold for that moment. Stretch the chest open. Break the elbow belt. Sliding the shoulder blades away. Big exhale. Deepening into it. Taking a little wiggle. No sagging. One more time. Big in breath. Pressing down. Big out breath. Relaxing into it. And then we're going to sit onto that left hip. Sweeping into that deer pose again. Sweeping that left foot towards that right thigh, the right thigh towards the left foot. We can reach that left hand back, placing it on the floor for a kickstand. And then we're going to try and slide those legs away from each other. Can we slide that left knee in front of the left hip? Can we slide that right knee back beside the right hip? And find a nice L in that knee bend. Taking the right hand or the left hand to untuck the flesh of the butt so that we're not slouching through those hips like so. We're nice and upright. If we're using that left hand kickstand, turn the fingers back so that chest is open. Big inhale here, press down through both of those legs. Hold for a moment. Big exhale, relax those legs. Try and hinge forward just a little bit, like we're leaning out beyond our left shin. Keep that spine long, no slouching. Big inhale, press down. Hold for a moment. Big exhale, inching into it a little bit more. One more time. Big in-breath, pressing down. Holding that breath gently. Big exhale, relaxing into it. Deepening that stretch. Then we're going to inhale right back up, plant that left hand behind you. And exhale, sweep that right leg around in front to the shape of a 4, bringing the sole of that left foot to the inner edge of that right leg, wherever it is. Maybe it's on your ankle, maybe it's on your knee, maybe it's on your thigh. Do not grab that leg and pull it in. Earn it. And we're going to take that strap and that wedge, if you need it, for that left leg. You can see my left leg is not down. Place something underneath there. We're not stealing, we're earning. Hands to the butt, untuck the flesh of the butt so that tailbone stays untucked. Take that strap, that belt, to the ball of that right foot. Right knee, toes pointing straight up. Right foot flat. Big inhale, long through that torso. Press those legs down. Hold for a moment. Chest open. Slide the shoulder blades away, breaking that elbow belt out to the sides. A big exhale. Relaxing that, seeing if we can hinge forward a little bit without pulling ourselves with the hands, without anchoring to the foot. Big in-breath, press down. Hold, chest open, back body open. Exhaling, hinging into it. Do not torque yourself deeper by grabbing that foot. It's just there as a little assist. One more time, big inhale, press those legs down, long through that spine, chest and back body open. Big exhale, deepening into it. We inhale, making our way back up. Planting those hands behind us. Exhale, send that left leg out long in front. Wiggling a little bit. And then we're going to give ourselves a quick little foot massage here. Let's pull that right foot in. You can leave the left leg out, or you can go crisscross applesauce. And we're just going to grab the outer edge of that right foot with the left hand, inner edge with that right hand. We're just going to wring it out like we're wringing out a towel. Just 5 times here. Pulling one way, pulling the other way. Told you we're going to work on your whole body today. Once you finish that 5th one, let's switch sides. Pulling that left leg in, grabbing the outer edge of that left foot with the right hand, inner edge of that left foot with the left hand, wringing it out like a towel. Stretching out that midfoot. You might get some pops, some cracks in there. And if you don't, that's okay. And once you are finished, feel free to take any seated position. Just notice how that body feels. See if you can untuck the butt. We're nice and long through the spine. Chest is open. Shoulder blades slid apart. Gaze lifted. Thinking how you can take this energy, this release, into the rest of your day. Every 1 minute that you spend over or under using a muscle, or every 1 hour, take 1 minute to do this kind of work on that particular area, whether it's ankles, knees, hips, spine, neck, shoulders. We hit a little bit of everything today. And let me know how this felt for you. Drop in the comments. Was this helpful? Wasn't it? Let me know. And let me know if there's anything that you're confused about, because I will help you out with that. Thanks for being here, and have an awesome day. Bye.